Yo, what's up YouTube, it's Sully, and today I'm going to bring you another high round strategy guide, but this time on the map Moon. So to get right into it, there's only going to be one door you need to keep close to this strategy. That's going to be the door in Tunnel 11 leading towards the spawn. So something you might want to consider doing in your high round game is getting yourself some extra perks. And the way you do this is by getting the QEDs from the box, and assuming you've already got 4 perks, just hit a perk that you want, chuck the QEDs in front of it, and you've got a small chance of the QED actually giving you that perk. But if you don't want to chance your luck, you don't actually have to do this, because with the hacker device, if you hack a perk machine, you can actually get rid of that perk. So you can switch your perk loadout in the higher rounds once you want to change strategy. So now onto the camping strategy. So to run this, you're going to want the Kudu with Deadwire, the Weevil or the HVK with Turned, and you're just looking for something with a big ammo capacity basically. And you're going to want the Wave Gun too. So there's only going to be 2 spawns in this room. Obviously you've got the window beside us, and the zombies are going to spawn from the ceiling just further down from where I am. Now the Wave Gun has such a big range to the point where if you shoot between the 2 spawns, it's going to wipe out all the zombies. So what I'm doing here is I'm just rebuilding the barrier, and then every couple seconds, because the spawn rate's so fast after 64, I'm just going to shoot a shot and it's going to kill like 20 zombies. I will also mention, because the zombies are coming in this quick, it can actually be a little bit tricky to hold this position. So if you do need a little bit extra help, I would recommend switching double tap to Widow's Wine, and you should be able to hold this position no problem. So one of the great things about Moon is you can actually hack any drop other than a max ammo into a max ammo. So what that means is, theoretically, each round you could have 4 max ammos, which means you could do this strategy for a long time. So there's going to be a few different ways in which you can turn these drops into max ammos, and one of the best ways to do this in the earlier rounds is to throw a Gersh, get your drop from that Gersh, and then throw another one that will protect you for long enough to hack the drop into a max ammo. However, there is one problem with this, and that is, what if you don't get a drop from your second Gersh? So if this happens, all you need to do is just back up to this training area, and then start shooting your dead wire. Not long after, you should get a drop, and that's when you throw your third Gersh, and then just hack that drop into a max ammo. Now let's say, worst case scenario, you've got no Gershes for whatever reason. So all you need to do in this situation is use Deadwire and Turned till you get a drop, and then once you get your drop, you just want to do a full horde up in this room. Now, you want to make sure you have your wave gun out, because this can be a little bit sketchy. But once you got the full horde, just shoot the wave gun at the whole horde. And you should have enough time, if you're quick enough, to hack the drop into a max ammo. So I'm going to show you one more way of doing this, which is going to be the most efficient way to do it in the higher rounds. So more often than not, when you throw a Gersh device, you're going to actually get more than one drop, which in the higher rounds is just a wasted max ammo. So what you want to do to kind of stop this is, you're going to want to get your drop from the AATs, and there's less chance of getting multiple drops this way. Then as soon as you get a drop, you want to run down the stairs and chuck a Gersh device towards the Tunnel 6 staircase. From that point you want to head back to the drop, but on your way up the stairs you're going to want to shoot the zombies on the staircase with your wave gun. If you don't do this, they're going to get sucked into the black hole and they could drop a power up, which, like we said before, is a wasted max ammo. So then when you're hacking the drop, all the zombies should be moving slowly, because the way it works is, the further away the black hole bomb is, the slower the zombies are going to get sucked into it. And it should give you enough time to hack the drop into a max ammo. Alright, so now I'm going to talk about the training strategy. So if you didn't get yourself any extra perks, at this point you're going to want to make sure that you do a perk switch. The main perk being Stamina Up. So this strategy in its simplest form is just basically going to be a generic Black Ops 3 strategy, in terms of all you're really going to be doing is just shooting your dead wire and turned whenever they're ready. However, there is going to be a more advanced way to run this room, and that is by using your Zap Guns to kill the zombies too. I'll show that a little bit later on, but for now I'm just going to let a bit of gameplay play out of me running dead wire and turned only. So here you can see this is where I start using the zap guns to kill the zombies. Now as you can see it actually can make a big difference. You can get a lot of kills if it helps speed up the time. So one thing I would advise doing whilst you're using the zap guns is try and shoot them towards the window side instead of the side where the zombies come from the ceiling. 'Cause that's where it seems to be the easiest to get the most kills and stay the most accurate too. So up to around 150, 160 or so, you can kind of just get away with spamming the zap guns in order to get the kills as fast as possible. However, after a certain round, the point where the zap guns start running out of ammo before you end the round, you're going to want to start focusing on your accuracy more. This is because you just want to be efficient to the point where you're getting a kill out of every shot, instead of missing like half your bullets by spamming them. So I'm going to show you a quick coup to ammo run. You should never really run out of ammo on your turned weapon purely because you're getting max ammos every round. And you're shooting turned a fraction of the time that you're shooting dead wire too. But every now and then you're going to have to buy ammo for your CUDA, so all you do is just run straight at the CUDA wall buy. You have to wait there for a second or two, and that's going to despawn all the zombies behind you. And it's just going to be a clear path straight back to the training spot. So it's that simple. So now on to the Astronaut. So one of the hardest things about the Astronaut is you don't always hear him coming, he just sneaks up on you. So one little tip to help you with that is just throw trip mines outside the door. That way when he's about to come through at the camping area, you can hear the trip mine go off and that's a good indication that he's there. Another thing you can do is turn your sound effects volume down. I like to have it below halfway, that way I can hear the Astronaut better, and I can hear the announcer who announces when the excavators are coming better. So at this point in game I heard one of my trip mines go off, so I'm just going to throw a Gersh device. You don't actually have to, you can just wait for the Astronaut to come in and then because you're ready for him just shoot him with your CUDA. But I'm going to throw a Gersh device just to be safe. Then you can actually shoot the Astronaut through the door and the dead wire will still activate. So it doesn't matter what round it is, it could be round 255 and the dead wire will still instantly kill the Astronaut. But very easy to deal with. So finally onto the excavators. There's going to be two ways in which you can go about this. You're going to have the fast way, which you can just run straight to spawn, chuck a Gersh device down to protect you, hack the excavator, then run back to the camping spot. You're going to have the slow but safe way where you head to the earth, teleport back. For some reason when you teleport back there's like a 5 to 10 second delay on the zombie spawning, which gives you enough time to hack the excavator without actually having to throw a Gersh device. But right now I'm doing the fast way, and there is a bit of a neat trick you can do where if you throw a Gersh device behind where you're hacking the excavator, as soon as you're finished, if you just jump backwards into the Gersh device you can teleport before it disappears. But I would only recommend doing this if you can breathe in the spawn, because if you couldn't breathe, then you're already like low on oxygen, and if it teleports you outside, you could just die of suffocation. So if you can breathe in the spawn room, I'd recommend doing that, but if not, I'd probably avoid it. I've actually had it a few times in the past where it's teleported us right back into the Tunnel 11 room as well. And as you can see here, I've just got back from the earth and I'm able to hack the excavator device before any zombies can get anywhere near us. So very safe, I don't have to waste any Gersh devices. And that's going to be it for the video. So if this video helped you out, be sure to leave a like. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.